Okay, let's continue. We're going to make this little, let's go left viewport. There's a piece that comes off of this piece right here. It's the drivetrain piece. It's like a little hook. So what I want to do is unhide the blueprints really quickly. There we go. I'm going to select this top circle. Yep, that cylinder we made earlier. And the blueprint. Alt and Q. This way we can see what we're doing. I'm going to zoom in a bit. It's not in the blueprint, but I'm going to do it I'm going to look at an image really quick as I'm doing it. And here we go. We're going to just do it. Create. We're going to use standard primitives. We're going to do a plane. And right here, I'm going to grab and drag out a plane. I'm going to reduce these segments down to 3 and 3. Right click on plane, convert to editable poly. Let's grab these edges right here, the leading edges. And let's control and click on vertex. R for scale, we're going to scale these down, and then W to move them. We're going to move them up just like that. Okay, and now we're going to take these 3 rows, we're going to just drop them down a little bit like this. Push this one up just a touch more. Okay, edge selection. We have this edge loop right here selected. And what we're going to do is we're going to P for perspective. Let's move this whole object forward. So I'm going to go top of the stack, pull it out here, grab the edges again. I'm going to move these back a little, and now I'm going to shift drag them back in the same direction. Maybe a little forward and a little back, just like that. Okay. And now I'm going to shift drag them toward the back of the train. So just like this. Do it about 4 or 5 times just to match what I'm looking at. One more. Okay, grab some vertices. Let's just shift these up a bit. And do it again with 2 rows, just like that. Make a little adjustment here. Okay, perspective again. And that's kind of like what I'm seeing. I'm also going to, though, grab this row of edges, Alt and L for a loop selection. I'm going to shift and drag them back in the X. Back again, back again. Okay. I'm going to exit isolation. And I'm going to grab that whole part and align it so it's further out here. Oops, sorry. At the top of the stack. There we go. Just grab this. Goes right here. F4. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add a shell. Modify our list. Go down to shell. I think it should be a little thicker. I'm guessing this piece gets a lot of stress from whatever's going on. That looks good. Let's add a turbo smooth. 1, 2, 3. Hit T 3 times on your keyboard. F4 to see what we're looking at. That looks really good. It's pretty close already. We're just going to tighten this model up a bit so that it has better edges. So go back down. We're going to do a loop selection on these 3 edges. I'm going to chamfer those. Check the value. I think it should be a little smaller. Okay, that looks good. Let's do this. These 2. Alt L for loop selection again. And let's chamfer. Use the same value. Let's go back up the stack a little bit. That's looking pretty good. I want to do one more. Edge. Go down to edge sub-object. Alt and R for a ring selection. And we're going to do Control Shift and E. And then I'm going to hit Shift and X to turn on edge constraints and just move that back just like that. Let's go back up. And that is perfect. Let's add one more iteration. That's pretty much, from what I can see in the reference I've been using, that looks like the piece that we need. It may have a little curve out here too, so what I'm going to do, I'm not sure that this is accurate, but I'm going to do a loop selection where we just tighten this up. F4 so I can see what I'm doing again. And I'm going to shift and turn off edge constraints with Shift and X. Shift and drag with the move tool. Let's do it 3 times. Okay, and turn the turbo smooth back on. Okay, I'm going to say that's good. We'll call this drive underscore armature dash 01. Okay, And so now that's done. That looks pretty much like it should. We're going to do, in the next video, is we're going to make a guide piece that's approximately between the first and second wheel. And it's pretty much shaped like this piece right here. Little variation from that. So I'm going to pause the video now, and in the next video we're going to create that piece.